Hey there, foodies! Welcome back for another week's episode here at Foodie Legends, your go-to resource to discover places and best eats as we dive into the history of your favorite foods. Today, we're featuring the most interesting eats in the coastal state of California.
Wow!
We've got both local grub and fancy bites for you today, but before we jump in, make sure to hit the subscribe button and notification bell so you're always tuned in for the latest episodes. You don't want to miss out on all our most updated content and delicious filled videos. California is a state famous for its coastal shores and lush valleys, where people from all walks of life call home. Known for its decadent amount of fresh seafood and produce, as you explore the different towns and restaurants, you'll often hear the phrase farm to table, where ingredients are sourced locally right from the region you're standing in.
And one eggplant pot sticker and a deep-fried teriyaki turducken.
In fact, the state grows over 450 varieties of produce, making it one of the hottest foodie havens in the world for its tech scene, including Silicon Valley, where some of the world's largest companies like Apple, Google, and Tesla were founded. The state is also famous for its celebrities and movies produced in the city of Hollywood in the larger LA region.
Good evening, everybody. Evening.
Here in California, you'll find flavors that are meant to capture the taste buds of any foodie that comes its way.
Let's go!
Welcome to Burrito, gentlemen. What can I get for you today?
Coming in at number 1 on our list is a food that takes influence down south at the border of California and Mexico, the California Burrito. Now, we all know how delicious Mexican food can be, with the many spices and mix of fresh ingredients.
That's beautiful.
Taken after a Mexican favorite, the California Burrito stands out as a special dish because it substitutes in a very important ingredient, giving it that surfer vibe our friends in San Diego are looking for.
You want to surf like Big Z used to, right?
Yeah.
By replacing the Spanish rice and beans with French fries, the California Burrito brings in a wave of crunch that rides perfectly with the carne asada. Filled with sour cream, guacamole, and salsa, the California Burrito is 100% a carb-loaded meal to get you energized for the surf. Coming in at number 2 brings us further upstate to the foggy city of San Francisco, a city that has captured lots of recent screen time in movies like Marvel's Shang-Chi, The Matrix Resurrections, and Disney's Big Hero 6. At San Francisco's Pier 39, there remains the original Bodine's sourdough bakery that was founded alongside the very beginning of San Francisco's history. During the 1849 gold rush, the establishment served as a bloodline for the many gold panners flooding into the area with hopes of striking rich.
I'm rich! I'm wealthy! Yahoo!
Today, Bodine's menu serves up a selection of dishes that all revolve around their famous sourdough bread. However, one that stands out above the rest is their clam chowder in whole sourdough loaf. Taken after the English-style chowder, this local icon takes advantage of the abundance of fresh seafood to be found along the California coast. Within a white cream base, they add golden potatoes, clams, onions, chicken broth, and clam juice, along with a mix of spices. Finally, they take a fresh baked sourdough loaf, hollow out in the middle, and pour the clam chowder in. If you're ever in the area, this dish is a must-try to say you've truly been to San Francisco. Coming in at number 3, we have a food that brings us to more modern times, a dish that became popular during California's recent tech boom, the Avocado Toast. All across the state, from the San Francisco Bay Area to Southern California, there's been a huge influx of young people flocking in to work in the thriving tech industry. Armed with fancy lingo like IPO, stock options, and scrum planning, the millennials and Gen Zers have grown fond for foods that not only taste great, but pack a nutritional punch and can be eaten quicker than you say Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata.
What?
Hakuna Matata!
Throughout the state, avocado toast is served in a variety of ways, from simple to complex. Our favorite way is a smashed avocado spread over crispy toast with just a touch of salt and fresh cracked pepper. But hey, if you're out for brunch with the crew and are looking for something fancier, you can find versions with cured meat, pesto, or even veggies on top. This dish has exploded in popularity, partially due to the abundant supply of avocado harvest done in the state. In fact, 90% of the country's avocado production happens in California itself. The fruit, yes, you heard right, fruit, is nutritionally packed with a hearty amount of omega-3 fats and an abundance of vitamins, making it a perfect bite for those in the hustle and bustle of busy California life. Coming in at number 4 is an item off the secret menu of a famous California-based burger chain, the Double Double made animal style from In-N-Out. For our friends in California, it's become almost a bragging right to have an easy access to the highly coveted burgers. Unlike many of their fast food competitors, In-N-Out has remained a family-owned business who hasn't strayed far from their first restaurant location in Baldwin Park, California. Today, with over 300 restaurant locations in the overall US, about 70% of them still remain in the state of California. For most locals, you can find an In-N-Out just a short drive from home.
We're all out of Burger 1.
Then I'll have Burger 2.
The Double Double stands for a double cheeseburger with the usual fixings, including lettuce, tomato, and onion. But making it animal style is what puts this food item on In-N-Out's secret menu. What most people don't know is that when you order any of their burgers animal style, this tells the kitchen to change things up by mustard grilling the patties, adding pickles, and grilled onions. What comes out is a burger that's both juicy and tangy from all the additional ingredients. This is a highly recommended try if you ever find yourself road tripping through the many wonderful California state parks.
And I am in California! Woo!
Korean barbecue Galbi.
Coming in at number 5 is a dish that originated in California and has become a Korean favorite both here in the United States and South Korea itself. The LA-style Galbi short rib. This dish in particular tells a story from the Korean American community as they settled here in America. At the beginning of the 1900s, the first wave of Korean immigrants came to Southern California alongside the Korean United Presbyterian Church, establishing the community known as Old Koreatown. Then it was later in the 1950s, during the Korean War, that a second wave of Korean immigrants settled through the greater Los Angeles area, forming a community now known as Koreatown, or K-Town for short. During this period, the Korean immigrants brought many of their traditions, foods, and culture to these places, yet one dish specifically, Galbi, or Korean short ribs, was adapted to match the way American-style butchers prefer to cut their short rib portion.
Triple kill!
Traditionally in Korea, short rib was cut preserving a large portion of the bone while filleting the meat and marinating in a long strip. While in LA Galbi is cut horizontally across 3 rib bone sections and marinated all together. In Southern California today, you'll find that the LA-style Galbi cut as the default option on most menus. Now, which one is better is up for vote.
Whether you voted for me or against me.
Leave us a comment below to tell us how you like to enjoy your short ribs. Coming in at number 6 is a unique food most popularized as a dish at high-end sushi restaurants, Barbara Uni or sea urchin roe. At first glance, you might wonder what might be so appetizing about this prickly sea urchin that looks almost like a spiky rock.
What?
Found along the Southern California coast, these red sea urchins thrive in deeper cold waters, residing 30 to 90 feet below the surface while feeding on the abundant kelp forests. Due to their delicate shells, these mollusks must be hand harvested and picked by divers on the sea floor. What makes these prickly urchins special and expensive is not their appearance, but what remains hidden inside their shells. Cracked open, they contain bright orange pads of roe that are described to melt on the tongue with a delicate deep sea flavor taste. In Japanese culture, uni is often served nigiri style, simple and basic on top of marinated sushi rice. Whereas in modern Italian or American cuisine, you can find uni mixed together in pastas and or on top of bread dishes. If you're ever traveling through California and are up to trying an exotic seafood dish, uni is certainly one to cross off the bucket list. Coming in at number 7 is an ice cream with an unusual flavor not likely to be found in many other places than in Gilroy, California, the garlic ice cream.
Interesting.
The dessert comes in at our most unusual dish due to the untraditional flavor when thinking of a way to sweeten the end of a meal. For all of our garlic lovers, I think we found your equivalent to a cartoon lover in Disneyland. Here in Gilroy, California, the garlic capital of the world, everything garlic permeates through the city. From garlic cafes to garlic barbershops, you can literally submerge yourself in the smell of garlic even as you stroll through the area. Every year in the summer, the city hosts the Gilroy Garlic Festival, which today brings over 100,000 people to the city to participate in the festivities. The festival first began in 1979, putting Gilroy on the map as the garlic center of the world. Today, you'll find renowned food celebrities battling it out in the Garlic Showdown, hoping to claim their stake as the Garlic Chef winner of the year. From garlic fries and garlic pastas to unusual things like, well, garlic ice cream, if you're a garlic lover, the Gilroy Garlic Festival is one that you must visit when in California. Thanks again for tuning in here with us at Foodie Legends for our latest episode. I hope you enjoyed this video and got a nice taste into the interesting food that California has to offer. Before you go, be sure to like this video and click the subscribe button for more delicious content every week. We love to hear your thoughts too, so leave a comment below to let us know what your favorite part of the video was, or if you want to just leave us a few thoughts. You guys are awesome. Thanks again for watching. See you guys in the next one.